getting
Pretty
after
sure
to
it
watch
says
the
on the
episode.
bottle.
But it was something about her, like them, like she just gets
Does
fucking.
it say on the bottle where it's from?
It's from Holland.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe they don't get it in Australia.
Hi, welcome to the Kind of Late Show. I'm your host Terence, and I wanna break free. That's a 2005 song. Jesus Christ, we're so old. Welcome to the show. We have
What?
we have longtime friends of the show, Jordan and Sean. The crew's back together.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Clink.
Clank.
So, it is the week of July.
Is this is this a
That's
knock?
how we're
You know-
starting this episode.
July is a whole month.
And it's American Pride Month.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we
we'll
went
go with
over,
that.
we went over it last episode.
Yeah,
the whole breakdown.
yeah, I saw that. You
Yeah.
guys did. You
August
know.
2nd was when the Declaration of Independence
Yeah.
was. I don't feel too bad going over it again because we need to go over American Pride Month.
Yeah,
So, like, it's a big deal.
you gotta work on the name because everyone's gonna think you're gonna have a second Pride Month.
Well, no, that was the joke. 2 months of Pride.
2 months of Pride.
2
Yeah,
months of
Sean just
Pride.
saw the Godfather.
1 and 2.
Was it for the first time? Was it for the first time
First
all the way
time.
through?
First time all the way through.
That's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
You had a good time. That was a good time.
Had a good time with the movie.
Yeah, it was a great time. Really gangster.
Really gangster movie.
It was really interesting watching the movie and fucking
They don't make
seeing where all the parodies come from.
They don't make them like that anymore.
They don't make a good fucking ravioli like they used to.
No. You say ravioli? God damn it.
You know, and Chef Boyardee, you know, they changed the recipe in the can. Yeah.
The Godfather.
Is the new recipe more woke?
the
Probably. I never really
The
liked
Godfather
ravioli.
sees Chef Boyardee and they're like, "What'd you do to my boy?"
Yeah. You know what? To be honest, I haven't
I'm
seen
glad
a,
this is how the episode started.
I haven't seen a Chef Boyardee can in a while, or a can of SpaghettiOs.
Is
in
it
a while.
sick
it's
that
Chef
I have
Boyardee.
actually been craving SpaghettiOs?
Yes, that's disgusting.
It's awful, dude. It's the worst. Like, I saw a can of SpaghettiOs, I was like, damn, this takes me back. Like, I want a can of SpaghettiOs right now.
Oh.
Oh, God. And I know how bad it is.
I haven't seen a SpaghettiOs commercial or a Chef Boyardee commercial.
That's because there's no Saturday morning cartoons anymore.
No, dude.
Yeah.
They're above advertisement.
They're above that. They're
They're
just so
above.
ingrained
Yeah, I
in the
haven't seen-
fabric of society.
They
like
haven't,
mac and cheese.
they haven't moved up.
Bro, have you
They
seen the
haven't
mac
moved-
and cheese commercial?
I mean, maybe like once a year. It's really more like a PSA. It's a public service announcement to remind you that they're there.
But then again, I
Yeah.
think, do we? I don't even watch TV, so
I don't watch TV. A lot of people don't anymore.
They haven't moved up. You know, they didn't go to YouTube or nothing
But
like
I mean,
that.
like,
they're
we-
not,
we're
they don't
like
have
Netflix.
they don't have ads.
But we've like reached like I think Native American point of capitalism. It's like, well, now we will go to the store and get the mac and cheese. The mac and cheese has always been there. It provides for us.
Real talk though, would you guys still keep Netflix if it ran ads?
I mean, times are tough. We're thinking about budgeting down.
Like Netflix first to go.
Well, yeah, and that's just it. I think I'd rather just like drop streaming services and hop back on systematically.
You know what? Stop streaming services and start streaming.
That's we've tried it a few times. We we do a few live streams here and there.
But you use mine. So.
Yeah, I use yours.
You just
I guess
Because you guys live together.
yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. We've been living together for a few years now.
Hetero
years
life
now.
mates.
Hetero life mates. You know,
Yeah.
just
That's true.
yeah. We're totally not sharing Netflix passwords.
But we are sharing bitches.
Yeah, we should. That's not even true, but we should definitely do that more.
Well, we should, man.
But anyways, I'd keep Netflix. You know, I like being into loop of all the news. Yeah, see, that's a lie.
I hardly ever watch what the popular show
Yeah,
is.
you know, it took me a while to watch.
I never-
What
depends
was
what
the
it
craze?
is.
Damn, I even forgot the name.
To
Those
this day,
Squid
I've never
Games.
watched.
Yeah, the Squid Games.
Squid
you
Game.
I have
know.
not
What's
watched
poppin'?
Tiger King. I've not watched Squid Game. I watched.
You're missing out on
I
Squid
watched
Game.
a film.
Yeah, you should watch.
I watched a
Squid
film
Game.
recap on Bird Box.
Tiger King's great if you're into cocaine and tigers.
I'm into tigers.
Well, start getting into cocaine.
If you're into tigers, it'll make you sad for tigers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's,
honestly, there's some interesting fun facts in that movie
Yeah.
too.
You
Like
know,
we
I
have the
watched-
largest population. Was it the largest population?
Largest population of like
Exotic.
domestic tigers.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there's more
And-
tigers in.
Yeah,
in-
there's a lot of the more
Texas.
exotic animals
Than there are in the
Texas
wild.
than there are in the. I did a whole report
Crazy.
in college.
Mhm.
There's like ranches that full and raise like exotic African animals. So and they get fucking acres and miles of land, and they'll let people come in and
Dude,
fucking hunt
America's
them.
fucking heroes, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking raising
And
these animals.
And people will like got all uptight. They're like, "But you're letting people hunt them," and it's like, okay. And he straight up said, "If altruism is the only goal in mind, you're not gonna get a lot of people on board."
It's true.
Like, because again, how many animals are endangered that we just don't care about?
Not only that, but I
It's gotta be
think
tons.
there was it's like legal animal hunting for white rhinos. So they have like all the white rhinos marked, and I think they let people pay. I think it's like $500,000 to go hunt a specific one, and it's
This is
usually
in Texas.
I'm not,
There are no white rhinos in Africa.
okay. Well, it might be. I have no idea.
There's like one left, and there's a fucking SWAT team surrounding it.
Yeah, well, so the reason for that though is because they're saying like they're using the money from this to like preserve them. So it's kind of like you get your white rhino and we get the money to like protect the rest of them, because most of the white rhinos that they're selling this off to are like ones that are like super old and about to die anyway. So. But it's kind of sucks because
I mean, it's more than just keeping them around for people to know about them, but it's still like a whole ecosystem kind of matter in a way. Like if there's no, I don't know, like really rhinos really help out with.
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna fact check this because I'm like 100% sure there's like no white rhinos.
Yeah.
Maybe it's regular rhinos.
Annika, can you look up how many white rhinos are left in the world?
So,
There's not. It's for sure. There's not that many though.
yeah, that's like.
What I want
is
to
that-
know is how many species of mammals we can get rid of before it starts endangering the planet. Like that's an interesting one for me because
Well, again, I think the one that everyone always has their eye on is bees because that's like like a keystone species.
wait, isn't it be an insect though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're talking about mammals.
Mammals.
Oh, mammals?
Yeah, it's because like, do we need giraffes? Do we need zebras?
No.
That's what I'm saying. I always thought like I forgot like when I first heard this question, but it had to do with like poaching and stuff. And someone brought up this ridiculous, like it was a ridiculous point when I first heard it, but they were like, "Well, do we need any? Do we need any of them?" And I was just like, "Damn, I never thought about that."
Yeah.
Like what is that for? Like we don't know. We've never known a saber tooth. We've never known a mammoth.
There are
Yeah.
only 2 northern white rhinos left in the world today, and they are both female.
And both of them are like, I don't need no man.
Can't save a species like that.
Imagine. That would be crazy.
You just see like an
yeah. It's like, yeah, we've been talking to the rhino, and we had a rhino whisperer. And,
We just had an interview.
Yeah, we got a rhino whisperer and everything, and we interviewed the rhinos, and she said she don't need no man.
Oh God, right on the other side.
It's just like,
You hear that? She don't need
But-
no man.
but there,
Back to you, Tucker.
but there ain't any.
Well, good for them.
Yeah.
This is what happens when feminism wins.
Right? We don't need no man. Well, as it just so
Hey,
happens,
my nature may find a way.
life finds a way.
Finds a way. Wow.
So speaking
Yeah,
of
but-
life finding a way, the PG era is over. Raw is back, baby.
It had to be done, It's
re-
called Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, reports from Andrews area, who's a pretty reliable source in the wrestling journalism community, has reported that as of like next week, as soon as next week, Raw is going back to TV 14. Now, there's a lot of speculation on what this could mean. Obviously, the family-friendly stuff is over.
Nudity.
Partial nudity.
They might have, a little bit more sex appeal, which they already been kind of dancing some pretty good.
Fisting.
I don't know if it's they might just say the word sex.
Yeah, you could say fisting.
Yeah, they might say the word sex or in bed together or slept together.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's not enough sex scandals.
Yeah, sex
anymore.
scandals are good for TV.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. How America...
People are saying this might be WWE trying to prime itself to be a little bit more appealing to MJF because his style of promo and wrestling is a little bit more PG. People don't know. Maybe does this mean there's going to be more blood?
Yeah,
I hope.
It definitely needs a little bit more of that. Yeah, that's what
needs more pizzazz.
More pizzazz. That you got
this ain't high school wrestling, because even that's PG-13.
That's true.
We literally just picked up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all they can watch
right now. It's wrestling for babies.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine that though?
They do their best. They do their best with the PG, but I'm glad we're gonna have Monday Night Raw dogging back.
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah. See, you can do that. You can say Monday. Someone could say Monday Night Raw dogging,
and we ain't saving it for the weekends. No more.
I saw someone was like, "Yo, it was
you're gonna need it after the weekend."
It was the channel Suplex. Check him out. The dude's hilarious. Does his own little mini WWE broadcasting. He was doing a little bit. It was fans when when they're like, all right, TV 14, it's back, and there's Seth Rollins coming out. And from Davenport, Iowa, Seth fucking Rollins. Shit.
You could probably you can't say that word.
Really?
What?
I thought you get like a certain amount.
No,
that's in movies, and you only get like
that's
one.
In PG-13 movies.
Yeah, that's whack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get the one.
It sounds so awkward.
But this is the N-word, so fuck. I mean, why did I? That was like.
You can definitely say the N-word on TV 14.
Lordy, Freudian slip, everybody.
I think you could say the N-word on TV 14. I was gonna say,
but this is the internet, and I was like, but this is the N-word.
Come on, people, get with the times.
But this is the internet, so fuckity fuck.
Wait, internet doesn't start with an N? No, I'm just kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke, but it doesn't. Internet.
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 Not if Enron has anything to say about it.
I think it's happened, guys.
Internet.
Internet.
That was like the one with
it's in. Internet.
And okay.
No, wait.
It's two words.
This reminds me of the guy who gets pulled over for drunk driving, and the cop takes him out, and he's all like, "Sir, can you say the alphabet in the middle, starting with W?" Alphabet.
Wow. Alphabet. Yeah. It was a misunderstanding.
It's like
I think I suffer from being too smart.
It's like let's feel like we should go over the rules and establish the. What do you mean by alphabet?
By alphabet.
Exactly. It was. He literally did what he asked. You can't. Right. That's it. Like, all right. Well. He got it. He outsmarted me.
He's sober, guys.
He's smarter than me. I never thought of that. You found a loophole.
One of the channels I follow is saying maybe they might just let Riddle go a little more on the he's smoking weed.
Yeah, they're already like.
I mean, he's already saying RK Bro 420 says we just smoked your ass.
Yeah, like come on now.
That's pretty
sexual.
They did the whole.
I mean. As long as this means we get the Carmella Corey love scene, then I'm in. You're not in for that?
Yeah, we don't need to do that. It didn't work with Edge and Lita.
But that was because Edge looks like Edge and like Lita looks like Lita. These two are way hotter than Edge and Lita.
Yeah, okay, I'll give him that. But still, no. No, I don't think we really need to see that. Like what who's gonna interrupt them?
What if it's just like heavily implied and like it was like earlier before it's like footage from earlier today and it was like Corey and Carmella like in a closet and very compromising.
It should be like that, not not
like,
set
Corey,
up.
Do your job.
Don't put a whole bed in the ring and shit.
Yeah,
like
that's stupid. That's,
yeah,
maybe like
the bed should be a ring.
Maybe like they get like compromise in a compromising situation, like right behind the announcer's desk, and like they're like, Corey, what are you doing? Look away, guys, look away.
I like that.
That's right.
I like that a lot.
It's pretty trashy though.
Right, having
I think Carmelo will be above that.
I don't know.
I don't think it might happen.
I don't know, man. TV is TV, man. Good TV is good TV.
So were they freaking teenagers?
Yes, because it's now PG-14.
Oh yeah.
So in fact, they are teenagers.
As a matter of fact, yes, the show's growing up.
Everyone's a teenager now.
After, what, 30, 40 years?
The show was now...
Well, because the Attitude Era was all technically TV-14.
Okay.
And that's the thing is, everyone's like, well, I don't think this means we're going to get more blood and people bleeding each other. Because that was something they used to do in matches. So
that's what I grew up with.
Yeah.
Wrestling's lost its way.
Still entertaining.
Most of AEW's top stars are all injured right now, so one would say safe wrestling has brought some good longevity to people's careers.
We need to bring those numbers up. We need to let them know.
These people are putting their lives on the line for our entertainment.
Yeah, it's
we need to keep it that way.
There's so many wrestlers injured right now too, or out because of injuries right now.
Fuck, what do they call it? Like in jobs where they have to keep replacing people. It's like when you go in, you're not going to be working for a long time.
A temp?
No, it's not a temp, but it's like there's like a phrase for like
turnover.
Yeah, high turnover rate. We need higher turnover rate. Wrestling needs a higher turnover rate.
All right. So Sean's not the bigger wrestling fan on the show, so
he doesn't get it. But they are. The thing is that there are so many.
The people watching get it.
There's so many wrestlers out there that could happen. But I don't know. It wouldn't be good for a storyline. There'll be no storyline.
Because I don't like CM Punk, and I still feel bad that he's out injured right now.
I know. Yeah, I guess that's true. Like, yeah, I would say someone was trying to talk AEW to me, and it's like, oh man, it sucks that CM Punk, guy won the championship and got injured. Like, I don't care about CM Punk being a championship, but yeah, I guess it does suck that he's injured.
Right? It's like I'm not a total dick. Injuries still suck.
Yeah, injuries suck, but fuck him.
Fuck him in the championship.
Yeah, fuck him. Champion.
I don't want to say he had it coming or he deserved it, but fuck him.
Yeah. And that's all. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about CM Punk.
Right. We're not big fans of you on the show.
He's not a friend of the show.
Yeah. So I don't give a fuck if he's a fan of the show. I don't give a fuck if his fans are fucking fans of the show.
He is not a friend of the show.
No.
He is not. He is not invited.
No, I will very happily be like, no, this show hates CM Punk. Like if that leads to us like fucking.
I'm gonna be the heel right now and say he's the best.
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
Most people do. Most people would say he's the best.
Yeah. You know why they like him? Because they know that wrestling's fake.
My man.
It's the only way someone like CM Punk can ever win a championship.
Good. That's why I'm in it.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So, speaking of CM Punk, let's talk about the ignorance of liberalism. Ding, ding, ding. Specifically in California, because that's where, right? You like that segue, right?
Yeah.
Specifically California liberalism, because
we're in California.
Yeah, we're here in California, and we hear people talking shit about California all the time in some of our news sources. I don't know so much about you, Jordan.
Fox, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. Even like not Fox, like just regular YouTubers are like,
I don't watch
fuck
Fox.
California. And then like I read comments on the internet and everyone's like, man, fuck California. It's like, you know what? Fuck you guys, because your states all still suck too.
I don't know, it's wild. Honestly, like I hear more Californians just shit on America other than California.
It's a love-hate relationship between the two.
Yeah.
Although I'm sure everyone on both sides would say, bro, there's no love.
I feel like, because like most Californians are these like liberal people who hate in their
First
bubble
off,
who hates America.
If you're from California, that's who we're speaking to. If you're not from California, and you're calling yourself Californian, we're talking about you.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, they're part of the problem. They're part of the problem.
That's gnarly. You're not Californian. You're just
Well,
a
again,
poser.
yeah, we've all seen it, a little first up hand because I mean, I have a background in theater, and I've seen some people, some people that I hold in a pretty high regard say some pretty stupid shit.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be taking like celebs. Or you said theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is people I saw personally, people that I work with.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
again, it's really interesting because I was just listening to some stuff earlier, and it just had to do with like listening to people's like personal experiences and how a lot of people are like, oh, you know what, like you need to understand like my experience and like where I'm coming from. But it's such a paradox because like that idea comes with the caveat that you'll never understand what I'm going through.
well, and not only that, but there's also people that will just outright reject your experience as well.
Yeah, I mean, like our memory lies to us.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and how many, I'm sure you just as much as me, how many times have we been told we're not real Latinos?
I mean, I don't even need to be told it at this point. Like, I think anybody can just be like, I get the fuck out of here.
But I've been told that in an insulting way, like I get to discount myself from actually being part of that group.
Yeah, I don't even,
And
I've never been told it. I just don't think people like genuinely like consider it. I don't think that's like it's like one of those things where if I'm in a conversation, they're all like, "Oh yeah, that's right. You're Mexican." Like totally forgot. Didn't even think about it. Like
I was in a conversation where like a fair amount of us in the room were all Latino minorities, and then the one white homosexual in the room. But you're not like a real Latino.
oh
Oh,
god.
well, yeah, when that's just
Yeah, but then
that's just white gays. You know,
and then
they're just like
they clearly have their idea of what a minority is supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big part of the kind of ignorance that I'm talking about.
You
Because
know,
again, like a fucking person that I've worked with, I won't let's say who they are because I still hold them pretty high regard in terms of the work that they do. But during like the 2018 election, they outright said, "Oh, I think it's really important that Biden has a woman of color running for." I'm like, why the fuck does like that? Like, okay, one person of color is still a racist term.
Actually, I just saw a really good video that explained how fucked up that phrase is.
Yeah,
And it was just like, yeah, you know what? I didn't think about it like that.
It's a new polite way of saying colored person.
But yeah, exactly. That's what's so funny about it. They're all like, it was a comedian who had said that, and they're all like, they were basically saying it's like this was just a term made up by white people so they can use the word colored again.
I like you just like saying colored. Just say colored. Colored is
You want to be called colored?
No, but if I'm seeing a table and it's all colored people there, no, that's a colored people table. It's fine.
So bad.
Okay, but would you rather be called a table of colored people or a table of minorities?
I'm gonna go colored people.
Yeah, I'd go to colored people.
I think so too.
It
Yeah.
sounds more fun.
But it's so funny because I mean, if you know your history, but the term colored people,
Yeah. If you know the history and everything, you
so
kind of
bad.
it's bad. But yeah, that's why I can just like laugh it off.
Yeah.
But at the same,
Because we feel that we're past that.
I definitely don't like POC or person of color. It's kind of why you're making the sentence longer.
It's like you're being very less concise right now.
Like
Right.
seriously. But
I'm it's like I'm just Asian.
But I guess
I forget that being Asian makes you a person of color. So it was really crazy because I'm in class and my professor is an Asian woman, and she had brought up in class that talking to like our one black student saying like, I am also a person of color, and all I'm thinking is like, that's crazy. That is crazy.
it's crazy thinking that you guys are the same.
At least you were thinking you are crazy.
Yeah, it's just like, that's crazy. Yeah, I was like dumbfounded. I was like, that's right. Like that is like a thing though. Like, that is a thing.
Indian people, I've tried to get like I've had a conversation where because I mean you're a fellow brown person as me, and he was kind of like well, and I kind of went, I'm like, are you Latino? He's like, no, I'm Indian. I was like, oh shit. Still, man. I mean, I think that counts.
Basically, I mean,
aren't Indians like technically Asian?
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh wait, I get. Wait, what kind of Indian? Like Native American?
No, he was like
okay.
that's Asian American.
Yeah, that's Asia.
But would that count as the same racial color?
But see, that's just the crazy thing about like this very broad term that they're trying to put minorities in.
And people of color term.
People of color.
But I think that's still like, again, there's no way it's not fucking offensive.
Looking at you, California.
Yeah.
Liberals of California.
There's so many different people in California. Like, I thought this dude from Bangladesh was like Mexican or something like that. But then you start to ask, people were talking in Spanish, and he asked, like, do you speak Spanish? I was like, you hardly speak English, and you don't know Spanish. What the fuck? What is and then he was like, I thought he was like Mexican or like Guatemalan, but like, no, this guy's way too tall to be Guatemalan.
Well, see, and that's so funny.
It's like, I should have known. What was I thinking? This guy's way too tall to be like, to be Central American.
It's so funny though, because like I've like mixed up so many people for being Hispanic when like they're nowhere near Hispanic, and I'm here just like, oh well, I mean.
I was in college, this Hispanic guy convinced us all that he was from like shit, that his brother was like in ISIS and shit, and we were like, what the fuck? And he's like, no, I'm playing with you guys, dude, I'm fucking Latino. We're like, what the fuck? And like we were all just like, all right, yeah, okay.
So all right, well, that sucks, you know.
But at the end of the day, that still kind of makes sense, because like people of Spanish descent, when you think about like the Crusades and like when people fled Spain, there's a huge like Muslim population there.
Yeah.
So there's probably a huge amount of Hispanic people with
and that's one of the reasons why like like liberal quote unquote ideology, like if you're like so far left, like the whole idea of race is such a dumb thing, because again, like one of the things I was listening today is they were talking about like CRT, and he was explaining like how just like the idea of racism, to think that you can look at somebody and just know who they are and be able to judge anything. I mean, there's certain things you can judge, obviously, like 80% of the times you see someone on a bus, you see their clothing, like you could probably get like an idea, but
you can tell which people are the homeless people
off the bat. But again, like homelessness isn't just like a race, like
exactly.
And so like, and that's one of the things. It's like it's like one of the dumbest things as a human you can like think about. And so the fact that we have even like a new term, because we're trying to be more considerate, it's like, no, that's stupid. It's like, you don't, like, why are you thinking about it? Don't overthink shit.
Yeah, the whole thing is overthinking, because like everyone overthinking, because lots of people ask me, do I prefer to be called Black or African American? And it's like,
yeah, Jordan, which do you prefer?
Did you say Black?
Yeah, because I'm just all like, oh yeah, my Black friend.
Yeah, it's like oh yeah, I was talking to someone else, another African American. It's like, oh dude, why you just like?
It's like, hello, my fellow African American.
Yeah. I straight up had a joke about this, which was like, no matter, it takes me too long to say African American. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, the homosexuals. I'm gonna just say the gays.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna say the whole thing.
You know what the funny part is? It's like about like intellectualism is like all about like making like everything shorter. So it's like as much as you can say in like the most concise way, and it's just like what you're saying is like, I don't like people of color. It's makes the sentence too long.
Yeah, you straight up said like, just say colored.
Yeah, just say colored. Yeah, it's just like.
Actually, you're right. Actually, that sounds pretty cool. Like, yeah.
And isn't even like really like kind of like.
I don't know. Are we at the point where like throwback racism is cool yet?
I mean, we're already getting back into racism, so I mean,
like Jordan, like where's like Negro on the like the spectrum of like
That's rough.
race.
Dude.
Because it's technically the actual pronunciation of the Spanish word, and people have
For
advocated
black,
to
yeah.
get the word changed in Spanish because they're like, oh
Right,
no,
'cause
that's
that is
racist.
hard because
And
like
it's
when
that's where the
when
word
you
came
when
from.
when you are exactly like when you are speaking Spanish, like if I only spoke to you in Spanish, I would say negro.
Yeah, but yeah, don't say Negro.
I still feel like that's
So I could
still,
say negro.
I feel like I can still say like
It
Negro
has
and
a
get
nice
away
meaning,
with it, but not say
Negro.
like.
No,
Actually, you're right.
I don't think
I still feel like that's better than the hard R.
Negro just sounds. I don't
It
know.
sounds
Just,
white.
yeah, just white butchering. It's like Peggy Hill
Sounds
speaking
white.
Spanish in King of the Hill.
Ah. Man,
Yeah,
that's a rough throwback.
Oh,
This
man.
is painful.
yeah. It's just butchering so
I'm
hard.
gonna start using that as an insult. Like you sounded
That-
bad
that's
at
like
Peggy
Peggy
Hill
Hill.
speaking Spanish.
It's like,
Oh my god.
yeah, definitely. I don't know. Negro's bad. Colored, I don't, I don't know. Just like I don't know. It just didn't even.
Well,
I
again,
just
like,
don't think we should bring that back.
well,
Yeah,
again, like I would never refer to you as that. I'd always refer to you as like my black friend.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Yeah.
But
Well,
again, I think that
not
also-
even like black friends. It's like, yeah, he's black.
Yeah, and I if you see a table, like I said, I'm bringing the table back. You see a table with a black person, and everyone like Asian and
You'd
and
say
the
you
brown.
call them colored.
You call it the color table.
I like that.
You say it's the
I
colored
like
table.
that. I like
or
that.
it's the colored section.
I like that. It's not
And
the people of color.
It
It's
may
the
not even
colored.
be. It's not intentional.
Yeah.
You know, this is not like
They're actually all friends.
They're actually all friends.
that diverse
They
looking
weren't
table.
they weren't clumped together just because they're color. They actually all be hanging. Yeah, in that case, don't just call a color. Don't separate people because they're colored. But if you see a bunch of colored people together, it's a colored group right there.
It's a colored group. I like
That's
that.
the only suggestion.
It's a diverse group.
Yeah, it's only suggestion.
Yeah, I would say diverse.
I am not. Yeah, it's a diverse.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
that is a good generalization.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think colored. I like it.
It
I like
has nice. It has nice
Colored.
ring to it, but
colorful.
yeah, it's a colorful. It's a colorful group over there.
Gay as fuck.
Yeah.
We didn't even actually touch that.
I mean,
That's so funny.
On the rainbow.
and that's exactly where California ignorance and liberalism sprouts from. What everything you just heard, all the nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah, those people are voters.
Jesus Christ.
God help this country. Speaking of all the things that we just talked about, I know let's talk about respect in general.
RESPECT.
Find out what it means to me. So
These kids got no respect.
well, that is what is modern respect? Because
What is respect?
I know one of the big things for me was growing up. There was always the idea that older people immediately deserved your respect, and fuck that. I also grew up with the ideal treat people the way you want to be treated. So when all these adults around me are treating me like ass, why the fuck should I give them respect on the merits of what they were born before me?
Actually, I have something interesting for this. So, a lot of like most of America came from other cultures. So like they came here with a different, like unit of family and idea of respect where it was like respect your elders. But after watching like a few like these movies for class, it kind of made me realize that something that American freedom and independence offers you is that choice. So it
The
offers
choice of who to respect.
of who exactly. And so again, from watching one of the movies, this Chinese woman's daughter, who's like first generation, like she moved there from China, and you like get to hear the story about her life. But her daughter basically becomes like a chess prodigy. Like she's amazing. And then after like her mom's like bragging about her to everybody, like her daughter ends up getting like embarrassed by her mother's pride. And so she's like, if you want to like be bragging about like chess, then why don't you go learn it? And then she just like dips. She just fucking leaves and like comes home later, and she's like telling her mom like, I quit chess. Like I'm never going to play it again. And, like her mom's just like silent and everything. And like a part of that made me think like, damn, like one in a Mexican family, you be yelling at your mom like that, you get your ass fucking beat. Like they're gonna literally teach you respect. You're getting the fucking chancla.
Yeah.
And you know, just this idea where it's like, oh, well, you were a chess champion, and at any moment you were allowed to say, I don't want to do this anymore. Like that is like the epitome of like the American dream is having that independence
Well,
and
even
having that freedom.
going into the whole cultures and things, I know for my parents that immediately would have been, or more specifically for my mom, because my her parents were from Mexico, so they were far more, still in their cultural mindset. Uh, Again, her idea of talking back to them would have been like, and she was American, so she still had a bit of that edge. She was growing up in America. She was born here, so. And then with me, it's straight up, Eddie Murphy delirious. Get off my shit, mom. Get off my shit.
She's like, yeah, dad, fuck, I just rewatched Delirious 2 twice back to back. I forgot how homophobic.
Oh yeah.
How like
I don't want any faggots looking at my ass.
Yeah.
I don't want any faggots looking at my ass.
Started off of that.
Hey Fred, how would you like to fuck me in the ass?
Yeah, I remember just watching it like, damn.
I don't want
to. This is.
I don't want to meet Mr. T and then find out he's a faggot. Don't make me come too fast. Clench my butt cheeks, rip your dick off.
Clench my butt cheeks, rip your dick off. Yeah, he went hard at the beginning of that.
That Mr. T shit is funny.
I mean, it was funny.
Yeah.
Like, the shit was good.
Fucking great.
I just remember like the Goonie Goo Goo and the fucking like the ice cream truck and shit. Ice cream! And like the kids going crazy and stuff. And his dad, like having to show respect to his dad, just fucking shoot me dead if I talk like that in the house. Mm-hmm. Totally fucking missed that first 15 minutes of the special where he was just ragging.
Yeah, it
was a different time.
It is a different time.
It's the 80s.
Yeah. AIDS was a big thing.
Yeah.
Couldn't
fucking monkeypox.
But speaking of Eddie Murphy's stand-up, it's a good to keep us on the respect. So like even this year, two people notably gained my respect, and again I don't even know these people, and that was one being Cody Rhodes, Hell in a Cell, because he fucking went out there with the fucking torn pectoral, and he fucking gave us a fucking show of a lifetime. Mm-hmm. Fucking immediately shot himself up to one of the best wrestling matches of all time. Mm-hmm. And
it was rough.
And this is me having an understanding of the business, an understanding, like I was not fooled. I knew that injury was real. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, this is 100%. This is someone that he's putting his fucking body on the line for this fucking business, for us to have fun on a fucking Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Like, no, this is...
Didn't have to do that.
This is on a whole new level. If I see this man, I want to shake his hand. I want to tell him what you fucking did was badass.
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
The second example, Schultz pulling his special and choosing to release it.
Yeah.
Andrew Schultz, for viewers, the comedian, check out his work, check out his special. Great comedian. Love his stuff. Friend of the show. Forever friend of the show.
Yeah, so this is really interesting because it's like, I think back in the day there was like just a really big respect for like war heroes. So people coming back from.
I think that's definitely still something that exists.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. But I mean, I think there is a difference between people who just like served and like never.
When we hung out with soldiers in Utah, I told the dude, great respect to what you've done for our country. He's like, yeah, don't thank me, I kill people.
Exactly. And so I think the interesting thing about the two people that you brought up, it's like this idea of like cultural respect, because like, again, back in war times, like you respected them because like we were believed that they were fighting for America and like they had like a real cause that was helping
they were
us.
Representations of our way of life, all this stuff.
Exactly. And so like right now, again, like the two examples you brought up, it's like culturally, like how does this affect us, and like the reasons why we respect them because of like how it impacts us. And so it is a different impact, because again, you can look at
that was the Schultz thing, that's pretty much freedom of speech. And then
exactly. And I'm a huge freedom of speech person.
Yeah.
Again, one of our episodes, going back, I said, one of my big problems is you can't say fuck on the radio.
Yeah.
So,
dude, Carlin, 7 words you can't say on TV. you know. And
Yeah, I
and
mean,
we got all of that uncensored. So I
Yeah.
mean,
so and here we are now. It's like this is
yeah, it is like
I
what you're telling me
it's
this
like for
special.
what, for abortion jokes? I made a fucking abortion jokes in the last episode.
And we'll keep making them.
Yeah. I love how we didn't have any off the fly right there.
Yeah, I was gonna
know
say,
what it is?
don't forget to
We-
punch a woman.
I was, we
The
could have
stomach.
used some good jokes, but I decided to abort them.
There it is.
Ah.
But yeah, so I think
California, it's okay.
I think terms of respect, I think it has shifted a bit because you not only do we as Americans now have more of a choice on who and what we want to respect, but we'll respect things that like I guess not our that are in our best interest, but like align with our beliefs.
Yeah.
So again, like even when it comes to family members, like if you have a family member who's just a piece of shit, then like I mean kids can tell from a very like early age for the most part. Like sometimes you don't. I think there's this really interesting thing that I got from like watching some of these movies was that like sometimes we'll never truly know our parents and our parents will never truly know us, and that actually
100%.
that made me
100%.
really sad.
Yeah.
That was like such a sad thought in my mind because it's like damn, like I think about all the crazy shit that we did and just thinking like yeah, like some of it like you don't want.
Don't say.
Let's not talk about some
Yeah.
of that crazy shit.
No.
That must
Yeah,
might isn't too
I
bad. Yeah, it's
don't really
actually-
care, like, but that I'll never say that shit to my mom's face, like,
Right,
but
but-
like the shit that I did, if she hears the shit I done on this
Okay.
this show, then yeah, it's fine, so be it. But I will never.
So you saw it secondhand. You saw me tell my friend.
It's too late.
It is already done.
But let's say like more hypothetically wholesome people. we'll make a hypothetical family right now, and like you might not hear all like the good things.
no matter
that-
how wholesome they are, you still might they
Yeah.
might still might be hiding some
Exactly.
stuff.
Well, not even just hiding, but you might not actually know like the things that they went through.
Yeah.
And like actually like the struggles and like like what it meant to be like your parent.
Yeah.
And or what it even meant to be like your child.
I so many family members. I want so many stories from, and I feel like even if I got all the stories, I'd still feel like there's so much more I didn't know.
Yeah, and so I wanted to bring this into like kids usually do have like a pretty good metric from a young age to know like what's good and bad, and you kind of grow up with like the sense and stuff, so you can kind of judge character knowing who and who not to respect. But the reason why I brought that up is sometimes as a kid like there might be a person you judge as being like cool and giving respect, but really the person could be a piece of shit.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it's like again it's pretty interesting on this idea of respect because again we do have the freedom on who to respect, but people's judgment can be usually pretty skewed.
Yeah.
Which makes like the cultural thing pretty interesting because now we're at a point as we're adults to respect people who are in line with our values. Yeah.
Well, I think that's maybe a problem with the youth so much is how do we instill that value of respect into youth, especially because again, like going back to me talking about many feeling that many adults didn't deserve my respect just based on their age. A lot of those adults were teachers.
Yeah, I think honestly like it's twofold. I think you actually need better kids and better adults.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, it sucks because like shitty kids will ruin good adults and bad adults will ruin good kids.
Yeah, and again, you're a parent, so I feel like you're the one thing that I always hate hearing is when parents say, "But it accusing the teacher, oh, but it's your job to teach students how to." You're immediately shaking your head. It's
Yeah,
like, no, you still have to do a lot of the work in the home.
Yeah, and honestly, it does give me a lot of perspective because honestly, like just having to read with Raiden, I'm like, I don't know how to teach. I'm trying to like teach her like how to like do words, and I'm like, I don't even know how you learn this. Like this is crazy. Like English is ridiculous. Like IGHT, make it make sense. OGHT, make it make sense. How do you?
Why does it have to be that way? Why is it so complicated? What the GH what?
OGHT. Oh wait, is it OUGHT? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Sound it out. No. Just tell the kids. Sound it out. Yeah. No.
sound it out.
Sound it out. Doesn't make no sense. You know.
This says nostalgia.
Spelling's so hard, dude. Spelling is.
I remember
so
having
hard.
a spelling test in like elementary school, and we had a substitute teacher with a strong accent, and
Oh no.
we had no idea if he was saying gum or jam. So
Whoa. Gum or
The jump.
gum, jam,
The gum.
jam,
Gam.
you know.
Gam.
It's like
the
jam.
jump.
He was going.
This
It's like
could be
no
either
one, no one needs jam like that.
Please, I got
It's
gum.
gum.
It's gum. It's jam. And I was like,
Gum. Oh my god.
everyone was just like,
I'm really
looking-
gonna
all
get marked
students-
for that now.
all the kids were just, all the kids were just looking at each other like, what did you say?
How do you spell the word?
Like, you use it in a sentence. Yeah, we like to eat gum. He's like, well, he don't eat gum, but the way the sentence he's chewing.
Oh my god, have you? Oh, I'm so sorry to cut you off, but have you seen the parody video? It's on. I'm not gonna plug the show, but it has like this white kid, and it's a spelling bee, and like the first person who gets up gets like the easiest word, right? Like tooth.
Right.
Tooth.
Plug the video because I haven't seen it.
It's a Babylon Bee.
Okay.
It's a Babylon Bee video, and then so like the white kid comes up, and they're like, spell woman, and he's like, can I get it in a sentence? And like they give him a sentence, and he's like, can I get a definition? And like the fucking guy's just like looking at the woman right next to him, and he's just like, well, she's more equipped to give you this, and then she's just like, so we don't have a direct definition, but we can give you another sentence. He's like, but I'm allowed a definition, and then they're just giving him all this stuff, and then he spells woman. He's like, wrong. There's an X in it
Yeah, I
now.
was gonna say, I'm like, it's WOMXN. I'm pretty sure.
Oh my
Wrong.
He was so awesome about it.
The school must have been in California. I love it. Love California.
Yeah, California's pretty.
Yeah, everywhere else
pretty
sucks.
nice.
You all
It's wonderful.
suck.
But it was just so funny, and then he's like bitching because he's like, but she got like such an easy word, right? Like, yeah, it was great.
All right, we're gonna take the last parts of the show to talk about, we get a little more lighthearted and just talk about like movies and media. So I just saw Thor, Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Just gonna say Ragnarok. I wish it was Ragnarok. It basically was Ragnarok.
I heard that it was Ragnarok, but like pushed the dial way up. Yeah, I hear the Cuban now.
Yeah, you sound, you're trying to sound Italian, but you sound straight up just some
Nice,
Cuban
doesn't
douchebag
sound-
in Miami.
I'm not even gonna try it right now.
Yeah, it's hard.
So
I'll work on it.
it was okay.
We're workshopping it.
First off, like in the first 10 minutes, I was outright like, I might walk out of this. Luckily, after that horrible portion of the movie was over, Natalie Portman immediately came on screen and dialed up the movie's quality by like 3.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, cool.
Jane Foster Thor.
It was really more of just the emotional, her having cancer stuff, because like
Ah.
my mom had cancer when I was like 10, so that cancer storylines always have a soft spot with me. So, because as it is, the the Mighty Thor storyline in the comics was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Because well, one, the hammer in the comics, the hammer was on the moon.
Right.
And so I'm supposed to believe that cancer-ridden Jane Foster in the comics, she doesn't have hair in issue 1 of like Thor looking to find the answers here. I'm supposed to believe that terminally cancer-ill Jane Foster went to the fucking moon.
No, dude, she just hand out. Dude, do you not know what it means to be Thor? You just put your hand out, and the hammer comes like a nice cold one,
No, they specifically show a hand picking up the hammer on the moon.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, she's a Thor now.
It's lighter on the moon.
It's easier for a cancer person to move.
That's good.
It's easier for a cancer person to lift Thor's hammer on the moon.
That's so solid. It's you know what?
All that math checks out.
You know what? It checks out.
That's stupid.
So good.
It's lighter on the moon.
It's lighter on the moon.
God damn it.
No, honestly, I checked the book.
Well, it's not stupid anymore. Fuck my card. Oh.
I checked the physics.
Well, so anyways, as I was watching the movie, I was kind of just starting to feel bad for Thor because Iron Man and Captain America are dead.
right.
Or like not Captain America, but he's old Captain America now.
Useless
so.
Captain America.
Yeah, I mean in the comics there was old Cap and he
he's
still
retired.
did shit, but yeah. So I just kind of felt bad. I'm like, man, Thor's really kind of just like going through life, right? He's just going through the motions because like his homie, like those three were tight. Like they had all the big moments. So like they all had like a shot with just the three of them in each Avengers movie. Like that was the Trinity, you know. It was Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor. Those were the movies that brought us into the Avengers. Those were the fucking heroes. And I'm just sitting here like, Thor needs a last movie, and like I really hope this isn't it. And even at the end of the credits, it's Thor will return. And I'm like, dude, he better, because like my boy can't go out like this.
Yeah, because I mean, when you're reading the Mighty Thor, like it's all Jane Foster. So you don't get any Thor, and they make several points like throughout the issues to say like how Thor like lost his like I forget what the actual like phrase was, but like he lost like basically like, the right to be Thor.
Became unworthy.
He became unworthy.
He becomes unworthy Thor.
Yeah, and so but I'm pretty sure like eventually he does, right?
Yeah,
like, that's a thing. Is it not? Because I forgot.
I honestly stopped reading comics around then because that was like around I think 20.
I finished the Mighty Thor and it was.
I mean, I have the whole original run like
same
right here.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it was good. I liked it. I just have like a funny cameo for that. If you read any of Gwenpool,
no,
it's really hilarious because like the whole idea of Gwenpool is like. She is basically in our universe and she's reading all of these comics. She's like a straight up comic book nerd. And then she gets sucked into the Marvel universe, like through like a crazy portal or whatever, and then becomes Gwenpool. So she knows personally, like from reading all of the comics, all the superheroes. So she gets in like an alley rumble with the Jane Foster Thor, and like Jane Foster Thor is kicking the shit out of like some fucking like like, you know, like fucking like burglar or whatever. And so you hear fucking Gwenpool just go, because she's trying to stop the fight, she's just like, Jane! And fucking Thor just like stops in her tracks and she's just like rushes straight to Gwenpool. Is like, what did you say? And she's like, pain! I have this pain in my leg! And it's like one of the most hilarious comic book moments to just see fucking Thor's expression just like, like, who just fucking called my name? Yeah. Read Gwenpool, hilarious.
Yeah, so that being said, with Thor, like me kind of feeling bad for him, I reached a point where I was like, and I've been having this thought a lot with movies and sequels and stuff, and everyone's complaining about reboots and all that stuff. The problem with nostalgia, or like it's a problem with nostalgia, and I think it has a lot to do with humanity's overall unwillingness to like let go of people and like our overall like problems with just death in general, because it'd be dealing with like the death of these characters or like, and to the point where even Assassin's Creed Valhalla, they added a whole free fucking mission, and it was a send-off to the character from the previous Assassin's Creed game,
right?
Because it's like, oh well, like we need to have like a really good send-off for the character, so
right,
like, because like to realize that we're not going to be with the character anymore, and it's like,
so like
you didn't really need to go through all of that.
Like one, there's actually a psychological reason for that, which is pretty interesting. But two,
well, yeah, that's what I'm kind of going into with like a whole like unwillingness to let go of stuff.
Two though, I think the second part actually has a two-part for like one of the reasons why you have like the reboots. One, I think there's a lot of just unoriginality.
Yeah.
So I think that's like a really big component in just not having original stories.
Well,
so we need
especially from producers, because producers aren't particularly creators; they're moneymakers.
Exactly. So they're all like, "Oh, is this what people want to see? Then this is what we're gonna make." And then another one of the reasons I think why we're seeing like the Mighty Thor. I think it's literally for the Marvel kind of universe with like the superheroes and stuff. I think what they're trying to do is just get to the next big film. So like what they're doing is like they're creating just a lot of these little stories just so they can make
we
the
had
next
this
big...
conversation with my cousin.
Yeah.
And we're pretty sure Marvel doesn't actually know what their next big film is. So neither of us, going back to the nostalgia and how it stalls creativity. So neither of us obviously watched Miss Marvel.
Not yet, but actually I heard things were not bad.
At the end of it, her friend comes to her and says, "There's something with your DNA. There's a mutation." And then they play the 90s animated X-Men song. And I'm like, because even in Doctor Strange, when, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it.
That's okay.
When Patrick Stewart comes out as Professor Xavier, they play the 90s X-Men theme. And me, the cinema buff, I would have much rather had the theme song from the X-Men movies. That they actually wrote, that was the score for the X-Men movies.
Right.
But
no, they're trying to go for that nostalgia.
Yeah, they want the 90s nostalgia.
Yeah, they want the 90s.
And me, and again, at the same time, I want a different kind of nostalgia.
Yeah.
So...
Well, I don't think that's the point. I think it's actually just giving a wink to the OG.
Yeah, but I still feel like they're going to go pretty hard on...
I mean,
like, they're even like they're going to make...
Patrick Stewart, Professor X is pretty OG too. Still.
Well, they're going to make an anime... Well, even I was sitting there like...
what's his name?
I was sitting in the theater like, they could have gotten McAvoy to do this. He could have gotten more movies out of McAvoy.
Yeah.
I was like, Patrick Stewart's going to die, guys. Like, I don't want CG Patrick Stewart in my fucking movies for the next 20 years. I want him to fucking be dead and buried and have James McAvoy for the next 20 years.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I mean, I don't want fucking Patrick Stewart dead right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you take that back.
Yeah. Live as long as you can. Enjoy every moment.
Fucking goat.
But at the same time, it's like, I already had a sign off to the character in Logan. I really didn't need to see him again.
Okay, real talk though. Straight aside, we need a Punisher, Wolverine, Deadpool, and Squirrel Girl beats the Marvel Universe. / kills the Marvel Universe.
See what I'm working with here, people. All right, well,
that's gold.
That was the show for tonight.
That is gold.
Gosh, musical highlight for tonight. Check out 1980s artist Billy Idol. Dancing with Myself. Eyes Without a Face.
Not Billie Eilish.
Rebel the Owl. Yeah, not Billie Eilish. Billy Idol. Far better artist.
For all you Gen Zers.
Yeah, for all you Gen Zers and for all you... well, no, there's no one after them yet, huh?
Gen Wires?
I don't know. What's Raiden count as?
What's after Z?
Because Raiden's not a Zoomer, is she? Oh, she's a little old. She might be a Zoomer.
What is Zoomer? What year? What's the cutoff year for Zoomers?
We're gonna look up some facts and become disturbed.
Beats me.
All right.
Well, you all have a good night from us here at from us here at the show. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video, share the clips.
Join the Patreon.
Watch this.
All this stuff, yeah. And have a good night.
Night.
Or morning, whenever you watch this.